Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com.
And I'm Matt. How's it going?
Matt and I are here for Top 5 Friday Ski Industry News video. Jeff is out in Utah doing WSM Winter Sports
Market
Management? I don't know.
Something like
that.
Looking at a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just saw a little post of a Nordica Unleashed 120.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
An Armada, I believe it's an ARV 106 Ti.
Yeah, that one should be cool.
That one looks pretty cool. So yeah, all the new 2026 stuff is really kind of coming out now. And speaking of that, we also did on snow 2026 review of the Salomon QST 100.
Yep.
Which was a total blast. So check that out if you haven't done so already. Jeff and I also sat here the other day to discuss our experiences with the Zip Fit liners that we got this year. And that was another, I would say those two were our most like sunshine and rainbow types of reviews.
Totally.
Just two really good products. But yeah, really, really impressed with the Zip Fit liner so far. And looking forward to kind of getting to know that product and that brand a little bit better.
You guys convinced me. I'm going to start going through the process, I think. It just makes sense.
Yeah, and like I said in that video, when people comment, they're like, I'm considering a Zip Fit liner.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm here to push you over the edge.
Right, like if you're considering, then you are one of the people that probably should get one.
Yeah, if this thing's on your radar, it's just such a good product. And then on our website here at SkiEssentials.com, we do have an outlet flash sale that is going through Tuesday. So all of the items in our outlet are getting reduced prices, so there's some really, really good pricing. We also are starting to run into lower stock on some of these items, so just kind of a thinning of, I would say, more popular sizes. So if you're looking for a 175, not as much luck.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for like an M6 Mantra in a 191, I think we got those.
We got those.
So check out that outlet flash sale for sure, and make sure you get that stuff at good prices before it goes away forever, because we will sell out, I would imagine, pretty soon.
Yeah.
You know, these numbers are just dwindling and dwindling. That's all I have for housekeeping. And we can get on with the news. It's a lot of results-oriented news. So 3 sets of results and then complaining about Vail.
Yep.
So pretty normal.
It's Top 5 Fridays,
pretty normal news week, I guess. But yeah, number one, we do have an FIS recap. The women's team was in Garmisch, Germany for downhill and a Super G. Breezy Johnson was the top U.S. finisher there, finishing 4th. She was only 0.25 seconds behind first place, so close margins.
Yeah, I mean, that's Formula One type numbers.
You always wonder, like, where it went.
Yeah, right. Like, was it in the start? Was it in one tiny little mistake? It's crazy.
It's got to be
precise.
It's got to be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
For racing in that slim margins.
But I bet that's what the draw is. It's just like,
yeah,
if you do win by that much, it's just like you nailed everything.
Yep.
Yep. So, pretty cool.
Lauren Masuga 6th and Jacqueline Wiles 11th to round out the women in the downhill. And then on to the Super G. Keely Cashman was the top U.S. women's finisher at 6th, Masuga 12th, and then Lindsey Vonn and Breezy Johnson were 13th and 20th. So still impressive to see Lindsey kind of getting in top 10.
So crazy.
Pretty crazy.
Love to see it.
And then they moved over to Courchevel, which was Michaela Schifrin's return to competitive skiing. I think that the 10th place finish was probably right around where people expected her to be.
After 60 days?
You know, just
that's crazy.
Right, and all these other skiers have been hitting it hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I agree. It just must have been nice to get in the gate and cross the finish line.
Yep.
So
build up some confidence again.
Yep.
Yep.
Men's were in Kitzbühel, which is like, I think just a crazy scene. Do you ever watch that like downhill course and they come like over the knoll and like into the town where there's 10,000 people? Like,
so cool.
That's got to be a rush.
Yeah.
For the U.S. men, Bryce Bennett was the tops of the U.S. men in downhill at 19th. And then Super G, Ryan Cochran, Siegel also had a 19th. And then they had a slalom race as well, where Ben Ritchie was 21st. Then the men moved over to Schladming for GS and slalom. River Radmus was 12th in GS, and Ben Ritchie, another name there, 9th. World Championships are next week, so I don't think they have a regular slot of races this weekend, more in preparation for World Championships next week.
Right.
Good job, racers. Freeride World Tour results. It was slated for Val Thorens and had to move to Lac Noir due to snow conditions, but it sounds like Lac Noir was more of a POW day than anything else.
I watched it and it was crazy.
Yeah.
Just like there's the top head wall and then there's a flat and then it drops again. And they were struggling to make it to the second head wall. There was just that much snow, which is just crazy.
What a shame.
Yeah, what a
snow
shame.
is so deep. But yeah, it's interesting how that kind of changes people's approach to the race, I would say.
Yep.
Race, event. Men, first place, Martin Bender. That was his first place, so congratulations to Martin. And the women, Astrid, oh boy, Chalis. That's my best guess. Next event is in Kicking Horse, and I think that's pretty cool that they're kind of at least adjacent to a ski area.
Right. Yeah, it's just outside. And yeah. Crazy venue too.
They all are.
Yeah, they all are.
It's impressive what these people do.
Yeah.
But that's Freeride World Tour.
But it was interesting how some athletes thought there was too much snow.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I don't know. I don't sympathize.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Now on to the freestylers. This is an X Games kind of mini roundup. There are too many results of events to list and go through here. We'll just kind of highlight the new stuff that we saw, which were a couple of 2360s from Ojiwara Hiroto. I didn't watch a whole lot of it. And Miro Tabanelli for skiing. So it's Hiroto for a snowboard and Tabanelli for skis, both during 2360s. And it just looked like they were just, the helicopter effect was going to take place and they were going to just keep going.
Yeah. And I think that we were having this discussion with Jeff before he left, and it's just like, is it getting too close to aerials?
Well,
at this point?
Yeah, and in true Jeff form, he says, no, it's not that difficult. It's just a cork 12 and then a cork 10 back to back. It's like, think about it as two separate tricks. Like, okay. And then the other kind of big news was Eileen Gu not being able to compete due to illness, injury. So that's a shame.
Yeah.
It's always tough having a marquee athlete taken out of the event.
Right, and also like the X Games, all the events are so compacted. Like there's some athletes that are doing 2 to 3 events in a day.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Right. I think they're long days. And, it's a lot of skiing, and it's not gentle stuff that they're doing.
No, very high consequence. And the other thing, it's like every year X Games is so interesting because it seems like there's some new world record. Like that's how fast the progression is.
Yeah.
And like these people are doing, like for Big Air, that's at night. And people are doing these world first tricks after competing all day too.
Right.
Just what? So impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to all X Games competitors. We'll see where this brand goes.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Topic number 4. I have it titled as Poor Vail, but I don't think anyone feels that bad for them at this point. The first part of this is an article, or not an article, but like a recap on a letter from Late Apex, which is a large investment firm in Vail Corporation. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this. It gets posted all over the place.
Yeah.
And basically this investment firm that has given a lot of money to the Vail Corporation is not pleased with what they're seeing from their shares and from their investment. So the first part of the article seems like this is what we're upset about. And then the second part is a few requests, which includes the removal of CEO Kristen Lynch, CFO Angela Korch, I don't know,
I couldn't figure it out either.
and Executive Chair Rob Katz. So they are recommending a full top-down
Clean of house.
changeover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how much pull these people actually have in the day-to-day operations of the management of Vail Resorts, but they certainly seemed like they were upset and intent on making some changes. And then number 2, we have a report from Powder Magazine about how Keystone's ski patrol contract is up for an update, and surprise, the two sides are not seeing eye to eye.
Yeah. And it was interesting because I think their vice president or general manager was our general manager last year, Sarah.
Shannon.
Yep. Sorry. So, I don't know. It seems a little close to home just because she was with us. And
Right. Yeah, and she did a fine job here at Stowe and seemed to want to go on to bigger and better, greener pastures, and sometimes that's what you get.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's the more money, more problems type of deal where you get a bigger thing and all of a sudden you got a lot more responsibility and a lot more people looking at you for leadership, and we'll see where it goes. You know, they are a unionized ski patrol, so there is, I feel like those that are in a union certainly have power and momentum at this point. We'll see how they decide to use those things. But good luck to all involved. Edits of the week. Black Crowes Films has a series on ghost resorts, which is pretty cool. This one is on Super Saint Bernard. I think I got that right.
no, I think you nailed it.
But yeah, really, I mean, Black Crowes Films is pretty sweet, and they always put out some pretty interesting stuff. And ghost resorts is a really cool concept.
Yeah.
You know, around here we have our New England Lost Ski Areas project. I don't know if you keep up with them at all.
Not a ton, but I know of it.
But yeah, just some guy just started exploring all these lost ski areas in New England, and it's become this whole thing. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is he the guy that like logs all the different chairlifts?
Not the same chairlift guy.
Okay, gotcha.
No,
But yeah, like the Ghost Resorts episode from last year, I think it was like the Japan one, like that was just so cool. And then you learn all the history of the place, and it's just a really cool cultural take on skiing.
It also makes you kind of think of like, what's next?
Yeah.
You know, like is Keystone going to be on the Ghost projects in 50 years?
Right.
Like, I don't know how. There's no telling.
No.
Edit 2 from Jukebox Films. Last Minute. This is an East Coast ski film, and it seems like a bunch of young, enthusiastic skiers traveling through Vermont and into Quebec and skiing all sorts of cool Eastern stuff.
It looks sweet. I would go with them.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you also go with Ski the East in the Promised Land episode Carinthia Mega Park?
Yeah.
Carinthia down at Mount Snow is, you know, really kind of at the forefront of East Coast freestyle park skiing, and having these people bring their athletes there and film them, pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm glad that that's still a thing. It used to be when I was younger, that was a very big thing that you would see. A lot of edits coming out of the East Coast, and I thought there was a bit of a lull, but it seems like it's coming back.
Yeah, no, Mount Snow and Carinthia have always been very much forward-thinking in that regard.
Yeah.
So those are the edits. That is the news. Hope everyone has a great weekend out there. We're done with January, on to February. It's been a long week. We've skied a lot. I'm tired.
I'm so tired.
I haven't admitted it to you yet, but yeah, my legs are tired. We've had great snow here.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're getting some good snow where you are as well. And yeah, that's it. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next time.
Bye.